Robbo players looked really frustrated at full time there. How do you sum up how you feel about that game?
Yeah, obviously a really good contest, tight there, and frustrated at the effort put in, frustrated at us probably not coming up with a little bit more, and then frustrated at a couple of calls.
Do you feel like it was hard for the team to get into a rhythm tonight with some of the calls that were made?
No, I don't think that. No, I don't think that was the issue, to be honest. I feel like the rhythm of the game was there to be had. I think both teams, there was a big focus on last plays, and it was a really good contest in the middle of the park. And most teams were trying to get through it, but then it came down to 5 last play tries.
Robbo, what did you make of that? I think their second try when Nelson got involved.
Yeah, I mean it's really clear. The rules are really clear. They came out at the end of the year, and if you lend weight to a tackler in a stationary or forward momentum, then it'll either be stopped, or if it's in a try scoring, it'll be a penalty. It's really simple, He runs in from a distance, lends weight, touches his player and Jenko, and then goes over and scores. Did he lend weight to the play? Yes, he did. It's not that hard. It was really clear. And then same at the end. We just had 7 or 8 minutes from Graham Annesley on disruptors and kick contests. They found Connor Watson was looking at the ball, standing in the position. He didn't move, he didn't escort, he just stood in a position. Remus can go for the ball, that's fine. But he goes over the back of him, stops going for the ball, and pushes Joey Manu in the back because he lost balance. But you can't, if you're not going for the ball, you can't contact our player without going for the contest. That's a disruptor. It's really simple, the rules. Both of them were really clear. Either the two hands were going for the ball. We had 7 or 8 minutes on Monday or Tuesday, I think it was. You were there. Good questions. And it was quite simple. There's been too many of those decisions, I've got in trouble, but I've had 3 or 4 decisions this year, right from, I think, round 2 onwards, back to, a try against Teddy on the disruptor, Teddy going over the top and him scoring on Tobby. There's been obstruction. It's just, it hasn't been good enough. And it was really simple, these decisions tonight.
Teddy, what did you have to say, or what did Ashley say to you? Because I think you spoke to him after that try, and you're quite incredulous that it was awarded.
No, I just said we've had, like Robbo said, plenty of those from round 2 where they'll come back on Monday and say, that shouldn't have been a try, or that should have been a penalty. So he said it didn't affect the momentum, but I'm sure they'll come back and have maybe a reason.
Did he lend weight? That's the rule. Did he lend weight? Yes, he did. No try. It's not that difficult, but they're making it really difficult at the moment.
The problem with the consistency of the application of the rule, or is the rule itself problematic?
I think that one, there hasn't been too many of those because guys know the rule. You can't go in, and the drivers, they've got out of the game quite well. You can help when the guy's going back to your try line. So a lot of it was in yardage. The rule in that hasn't been in, that's been in for a long time. But it wasn't an accident. A guy purposely went in, pushed, realised what he was doing, pulled out, no try. So I don't think it's, it was more for the yardage ones, but that's been in the rules for a while.
How do you think you managed the man-on-man 10 minutes in the bin period where?
Yeah, not great. I thought they did really well during that period. We tried to attack that space, but I think we had maybe a couple of penalties during that period of time. They were able to take their time on those penalties, and they managed that time. They defended really well during that period as well. So that was a bit disappointing that we couldn't get. I tried to make replacements around Brandon, I think, and Lindsay coming on. But that was really well done from them, how they managed that and field position during that time.
You mentioned there were things that you could have done better. Like with the ball you had, do you feel like last play options were on point? Attack, could you be better there?
Yeah, there's a few areas there that I thought the basis of our game was really good. Like I felt like the effort, the kick chase, the defensive work, the carrying hard. But then I felt like the combination work could have improved during that period, but most of the game. And then last plays, we got 2 off last plays, but we still dropped 3 that we should have picked up, which gave them the opportunity on those tries. So it's disappointing for us, which we need to fix.
How are you feeling out there tonight, Teddy?
Yeah, disappointing. It's probably on our spine. Our attack shape wasn't the greatest. So like we worked really hard for each other, but yeah, those last plays obviously we need to get better. But yeah, I think as a spine probably wasn't good enough from us and me as well. So disappointing. A lot of effort there, but it probably just says combination in that 10-minute period. I thought we could have sort of dominated that. We just didn't, and then we just execution on the back of that in the second half.
Obviously been a lot of changes with injuries and players coming in and out in that spine. What impact has that had on sort of preventing you from finding your groove?
Just tough conditions. I feel like both teams. It wasn't really an attacking sort of day with the conditions, and like I said, it was all just scrappy last play tries. But there's no real excuses. Connor was there last week. We've had and Kiri and Cheese have been there all year, so it's just on us to pick up that execution and those combinations. But yeah, it's frustrating.
Thanks.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights. Action. 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour. Grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddie and the Owner.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm. Subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.